Ratna Bhushan, a friend, motivator, and guide to IAS aspirant, international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, CEO, coach, political strategist, and policy advisor. So, current affairs program, it's dedicated to students working for the UPSC. So, today's quote is individual liberty. Individual liberty and interdependence are both essential for the life in society. This quote of Mahatma Gandhi from the book The Words of Gandhi, written by Richard Attenborough. So today's source is the Hindu newspaper. US needs to go beyond alliances, says Jaishankar. US needs to go beyond alliances, says Jaishankar. It has been to learn about work within a more multipolar world, says Minister. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that US needs to learn to work with a more multipolar world and go beyond alliances. His components made of the US India Business Council India Ideas Summit echoed remarks he made earlier this week that India would never be the part of an alliance. I think the US really has to learn to work with a more multipolar world, with more plurilateral arrangements to go beyond alliances with which really it has grown up over the last two generations, Mr. Jaishankar said. I am now specifically referring to India, given our history of independence and fact that we really are coming from different places. There will be issues on which our convergence would be more, somewhere it would be less. I think the quest in the last 20 years, I see that continuing into the future is really to find more common ground, he said. PM Modi invites US firms to invest in India. Indian economy is reform oriented. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday invited US companies to invest in India's healthcare, infrastructure, defense, energy, farm, insurance sectors, saying the country offers openness and opportunity. Today, there is a global optimism towards India. This is because India offers a perfect combination of openness, opportunity, and option. Let me elaborate. India celebrates openness in people and in the governance, Mr. Modi said while addressing the US-India Business Council. He said the COVID-19 pandemic had shown the importance of economic resilience, which can be achieved by a stronger domestic economic capacity. This means improved domestic capacity for manufacturing, restoring the health of financial system, and diversification of international trade. He added, India is emerging as a land of opportunities. Let me give you one example of the tech sector. Recently, an interesting report came out in India. It is said the first time ever there are more rural internet users than even urban internet users, he said, stating that open markets mean more opportunity. Mr. Modi said, during the last 6 years, the government had made many efforts to make the Indian economy more open and reform-oriented. Reforms have ensured increased competitiveness, transparency, digitization, innovation, policy stability, Prime Minister said. The next news is set up a high court for Puducherry. The administration must highlight the need to streamline expenses, the case volume, and constitutional rights at factor. 1962, when the Puducherry was merged with India, the jurisdictions of the Madras High Court were extended to it. After several decades, in 2017, the Puducherry legislature unanimously resolved to have its own High Court, and the Madras High Court was informed on July 7, 2017. Prior to this, in April 2017, the Puducherry Bar Association also passed a resolution seeking establishment of the High Court. In August 2019, while addressing a state-level conference on the legal services of motor accident mediation cells, Puducherry Chief Minister V. Ramaswamy said that a bench of the Madras High Court at Puducherry, on the lines of the one set at Madurai, was a felt need and sought the support of the judges of the Supreme Court. So why should there be the need for High Court at the Puducherry. The Puducherry government spends exorbitant sums of money, exorbitant sums of money, exorbitant sums of money, exorbitant sums of money. The words which is very important, you must note it. Exorbitant sums of money towards expenses of the large High Court. With not much of the population, the amount can be reduced to less than quarter of the amount spent with much a smaller, higher High Court for the Puducherry. In fact, according to the Constitution, when a common High Court is established for more than one state, administrative expenses have to be paid only for consolidated fund of the state in which principal seat of the High Court is situated. However, this provision is breached with respect of Puducherry, which share the disproportionately exorbitant expenses with Tamil Nadu. On the other hand, administrative expenses of the High Court at the Union Territory shall be drawn from the Consolidated Fund of India under the Constitution. A Puducherry High Court with 4-5 judges can ensure quick action on pendency of the matters of the High Court matters, at least at Puducherry. E-commerce sites. E-commerce sites must state country of origin. Center tells Delhi High Court law in place and enforcement rests with the states and UTs. The center told the Delhi High Court on Wednesday that all the e-commerce entities including Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal have to ensure the mandatory declaration of country of origin of imported products sold on their respective sites. The Department of Consumer Affairs, in an affidavit, said the law relating to the issue was enacted under the Legal Metrology Act 2009 and the Legal Metrology Packaged Commodities Rules 2011. The department stated that enforcement of the provision of the Act and rules rests with the state and union territory government whenever violations are observed, action is taken by the legal metrology official of the state UT governments in accordance with the law. It added, then to economy, 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 then to economy. The affidavit came in response to petition filed by the advocate Amit Shukla, who said he had done detailed research of the several e-commerce entities and found that most of them did not mention the country of origin of products offered on sale. He argued that the economy of the nation would suffer if the sites continue the practice. The court had earlier this month issued notice to major e-commerce entities the contentions raised in the plea. Responding to the petition, Snapdeal said it functioned as marketplace-based e-commerce model in which it only acted as an intermediary and merely provided its information technology platform to connect third-party sellers with the potential consumer. So thank you very much to watch my program. Wish you all the best. God bless. God bless Bharat.